Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Premier League Fantasy Football and welcome to my video. In today's video, I want to look at my team, seeing how well they're performing in Game Week 9. Then we move ahead to Game Week 10 transfer plans. Now, if you're new to the channel, please do subscribe and drop a like on the video as it helps my channel out a lot. So here we go. So as you can see for Game Week 9, so far it says 78. But I'm getting an additional 6 more points, so that will be 84. And I am recording this just after the Manchester City versus Manchester United game. So, you know, we still got Leeds versus Aston Villa to go, and things could change a little bit. And I still have one more player left, and that is Maddison against Nottingham Forest. So, yeah, could gain a lot there. So, 84 points. The overall rank is around the 300k. I was around 560 going into Game Week 9. And yeah, really good. Good Game Week rank. Got a massive green arrow. Fantastic. So the wild card that I've done in Game Week 8 actually has paid off so far. So let's go through the team. So as you can see, Nick Pope conceded near the end of the game against Fulham. Newcastle absolutely destroyed them. The good thing is Trippier actually came off the 82 minutes mark before they conceded, so that's good. Banked the clean sheet. Cancelo, yeah, Manchester City couldn't keep a clean sheet against Manchester United, conceding 3 goals, but they won 6-3. James with only 2, Crystal Palace scoring a goal. It was actually a tight game. But yeah, Chelsea beating them 2-1. I can't really say too much about James really. I haven't really watched the match, but yeah, hopefully moving forward, he'll be able to give us some clean sheet points. So Saka and Martinelli against Tottenham, kind of said that I need this fixture to be a high scoring game, and it kind of was, and it was a very exciting game to watch. Didn't really want Jesus to score because he's still highly owned. You know, there was a couple of players that I was actually quite afraid of, you know, going into Game Week 9 is without Jesus, Salah, Trent, and Kevin De Bruyne. And, you know, most of them actually returned, but still managed to get a green arrow, so that's quite good. Martinelli with an assist there, although yeah, he could have got more. They played actually really well, but the big differential and a lot of questions were on Bowen, on why people bought him. Like same as what other people will say, really. It's the fixtures, right? We looked at the fixtures and was like, you know what, let's give it a go. Let's go for Bowen. If it goes well, does well. If not, swap him over. 8 million, you know, 8.1. There's a lot of 8 million, you know, price players out there that we can actually swap and get. So yeah, Bowen got an assist, clean sheet point, and a goal, giving himself 14 points. Absolutely helped me out with the ranks. He was a massive differential of mine. And Maddison, you know, he's 10.5. I know he's a little bit on the high side on the ownership, but still, even if he returns, he's going to definitely help me out. And against Nottingham Forest, there is a very good chance that he's going to return here. Mitrovic got himself injured and a yellow card, so he only played up to about 36 minutes. Got himself 0. But Haaland, as you can see, 3 goals, 2 assists. He's going to get the 3 bonus points, which will double that up to 6. That extra 6 points is going to be fantastic. 26 points from him. And yeah, overall 46. That is just, is it 26? No, 23 from him, and obviously 46 on the total points. Incredible. Kane has continued to score. Really happy. And I can see him doing well in the next 2 at least before I start thinking to sell him and bring back Salah. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Kofal did not play, although I benched him. It was a bit strange that he was actually benched. Andreas with 2, and Williams hasn't played yet, and Ward obviously on my bench there. So yeah, like Bowen was the big differential in this team. Kane as well, you know, it's under 20%. He's going to definitely give me a green arrow. So Bowen and Kane continuing and hoping that Madison will get a return here to help me out a little bit more in the ranks. So really, really good game week for me. You know, the big fixture here was actually Liverpool versus Brighton. I mentioned that, you know, this is one of the fixtures I'm really scared of because Salah could do well, although he only got an assist. And I know a lot of people actually went and captained him. And you know what, I can understand why. Wasn't really thinking about Trossard scoring a hat-trick though. Yeah, not many big surprises really. Kind of predicted that West Ham could do well against Wolves. That's what's happened. And Manchester City doing well against Manchester United. As you can see, Foden was one of the players that was on my radar in my wildcard draft. But it's fine, you know, these things can happen. But yeah, 17 points. Oh man, I think he's going to get more, right? 17, 18, 19. Yeah, that's a lot of points from him there. But yeah, it happens. It's fine. You know, I got Bowen instead, so kind of matches him a little bit. But yeah, it's fine. It happens. Kevin De Bruyne hurts a lot. You know, when he returns with him being 32% owned, that does hurt the rank a little bit. So this game hasn't started yet. Yeah, and I cannot wait to watch this game to see if Madison actually can get a return. So overall, look, 200k green arrow, fantastic. Let's move on. So we're moving on to game week 10, and I'm pretty much set. Oh, I didn't mention, I actually banked the transfer in game week 9. So I banked the transfer here, made no transfers, and you know, I was actually quite fortunate because, you know, throughout the international break you get a lot of injuries, but for my team I did not, so I managed to bank the transfer. That means I got 2 free transfers going into game week 10. I have a plan. And that is to remove Saka for Zaha. But I actually want Foden, so I could go ahead. I got 0 money, so I got no money. I could try to get Foden and see what happens in the Champions League. I need to get what, 0.2. But the thing is, they got a blank soon as well, so I need to navigate that properly. Maybe I'll just go without for now, and just gonna hope that the player that I want to bring in, which is Zaha, will bring in the points. What's happened here? So this is my transfer. This is what I'm thinking to do, is to bring in Zaha. So he will have a fixture. I don't know why this is not loading. Probably everyone's on the game. But he will have a fixture against Leeds, and I think that's a very good fixture for Crystal Palace to do well in. And the fixtures after that looks pretty decent as well for Zaha to get some kind of return. So just basically swapping a differential to another differential. Just because Arsenal, so if I look at Arsenal's fixtures, they got, what's happening here? There we go. They got Liverpool at home, which they could do well. They could score against. You know, Liverpool ain't keeping clean sheets. And Leeds away is actually a very good fixture. But then they got a blank. Although I still want Arsenal players continuing. But I'm going to keep Martinelli. I think, you know, being him that cheap is going to help me out to kind of bench him. But this is what I'm doing. I'm slowly kind of like trying to navigate through that blank game week so I can attack it as much as I can. So that is what I'm thinking about. So if we look at the teams so far, Pope in goal and Trippier from Newcastle against Brentford. Hopefully, double clean sheet there. Cancelo and Haaland against Southampton. Very good fixture for Manchester City to score a lot of goals and get a lot of points for us. That's why I'm looking at Foden and so on, because I feel like they can get a lot of points than maybe Zaha. But I've got to be able to navigate. Maybe I could go for Foden, you know. I could try. Maybe I could go for Foden and maybe downgrade Koufal or something. Okay. I'll see. Maybe I have to remove Mitrovic because he is injured. I don't know how long he's injured for. And if he is injured for a long term, I could downgrade him to another striker and use that fund to get Foden, and then bank the transfer in the next week, and then kind of like, yeah, that might be a good chat actually. We'll see. We'll see. There's a lot of games coming through in the Champions League games we've got to watch out for. So Haaland's going to be my captain, no doubt. Just going to hope that, you know, James against Wolves going to be able to keep a clean sheet. Going to hope that Martinelli scores against Liverpool. And as you can see, these differentials here. So I've got Bowen. So even though, you know, I've got like highly owned players, I'm relying on Bowen to actually get a return against Fulham. And this could happen as well. And he could return. And same thing for Maddison, really, against Bournemouth. There's a good chance. And then the Crystal Palace and Leeds. So I'm relying on them. And obviously, Harry Kane against Brighton. Even though Brighton is playing really well, I think they can still concede. So overall, it's not too bad. I'm going to actually play a cool file, but things could change, right? Things could change. I do have Andreas Williams as well to kind of help me out if there's an issue. So yeah, we'll see what happens with Mitrovic. If he's out for a couple of weeks, he's going to miss like 3 or 4 games, then yeah, I've got to remove. If he's not, because the fixture here, if I can keep him, if he's like off for just for 1 game, Bournemouth at home, Aston Villa, then his Leeds, these are the fixtures that he's going to be able to, you know, get some returns. So hopefully he should be okay. So I think that's pretty much it, guys. Okay, yeah, 2 free transfers. I'm thinking to make at least one of them. It's either Foden or Zaha. But other than that, just going to see what happens in the Champions League games, really. And yeah, hopefully you guys had a fantastic weekend, fantastic game week. Yeah, I still got Maddison left to play. Hopefully he will get a return against Nottingham Forest, and then I'll get closer to that top 100k mark. We'll see you guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. See ya.